Hi, today I'm going to be reading a book called Bone Poems. It's by Jeff Moss and it's illustrated by Tom Lee. One of the things that I like about this is the poems are very funny. I'm only going to do a few today. One of the other things I like about this book, there's a pronunciation guide in the back because a lot of the dinosaur names are really difficult. So it's nice to have the pronunciation. I hope I'll do it justice. He even has a poem to start the beginning of the book. It's called About This Book. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, scientists, students, and teachers, this is a book about dinosaurs and other ancient creatures. This introduction won't be long. In fact, I'm not sure we need it. Because who needs a poem about a book? Why not just sit down and read it? The illustrations are very nice also. It's got a lot of different, Tom Lee has a lot of different nice illustrations here in this book. I'm just going to flip through and do a few of them. This is a funny one. Ankylosaurus. All covered with armor, the Ankylosaurus moved with a clunk and a clankylosaurus. He stood in a stream as he drankylosaurus and looked like an old army tankylosaurus. Of course, to be perfectly frankylosaurus, he had quite a low dino rankylosaurus. His small mind was often blankylosaurus. His smell, sad to say it, he stankylosaurus. When down by the old river Bankylosaurus, his young brother's tail he would yankylosaurus, and this naughty dinosaur prankylosaurus might well cause his parents to spankylosaurus. Time passed, and his high spirits sankylosaurus, as dinosaur numbers all shrankylosaurus. So now I'll say bye-bye and thankylosaurus, because that's all I know about Ankylosaurus. So this one's an interesting one because every single word other than Ankylosaurus that rhymes is a made-up word. Very clever. Here's a really short one. Bones. Bones are important. They do a big job. Without them, you'd be just a big squishy blob. And this one is called The Arms of Deinocheirus. They found the bones of two huge arms, 2 arms and nothing more. The arms of Deinocheirus, an amazing dinosaur. They took their pencils, did some math, and said, "My, aren't we clever? With arms so large, this chap might be the biggest dino ever." But since the arms were all they found, their thoughts might be amiss. My guess is Deinocheirus might have looked a lot like this. He's way on a pedestal, big arms. And here's one that talks about the colors of the dinosaurs. It's called True Colors, something to think about if it's true that birds are descended from dinosaurs. What colors were the dinosaurs? Well, no one's ever seen one. Some think that if they saw a dino, it might be a green one. But here's another theory. Think of birds and then you'll know that these are the true colors of the dinos long ago. There were purple spotted stegosaurs and blue iguanodons. There were orange oviraptors, bright red hypsilophodons, and each pink Tyrannosaurus had a yellow polka dot. And there you have the colors of the dinosaurs, or not. Anatotitan. Anatotitan had oodles of teeth, hundreds on top and more hundreds beneath. If someone passed by and said, "What are you doing?" the most likely answer would be, "Shh, I'm chewing." Now back in those days, with no dentist to mention, nature came up with a clever invention. If ever he broke, cracked, or injured his teeth, wonder of wonders, new teeth were beneath. Just teeth, teeth, and more teeth. How strange and exciting. A dinosaur set for a lifetime of biting. And not a titan, he must have been scary, especially if you were the Dino Tooth Fairy. So this poor Dino Tooth Fairy is really having a hard time, very tuckered out. I'm going to skip a few here. This one kind of reminds me of a song. You know how in a song you have the same thing that's repeated over and over? So he's got the same thing repeated over and over. See if you can tell which part it is. This one's called Gotta Find a Footprint. Gotta find a footprint, a bone or a tooth, to grab yourself a piece of dinosaur truth. All the dino knowledge that we've ever known comes from a footprint, a tooth, or a bone. A tooth can tell you what a dino would eat. A sharp tooth tells you that he dined on meat. A blunt tooth tells you that she dined on plants. No teeth at all? Well, perhaps they slurped ants. Gotta find a footprint, a bone, or a tooth, to grab yourself a piece of dinosaur truth. All the dino knowledge that we've ever known comes from a footprint, a tooth, or a bone. Footprints can tell you a dinosaur's size and how fast he ran when he raced with his guys. Count all the footprints and you'll easily see if he traveled alone or with a family. Gotta find a footprint, a bone, or a tooth to grab yourself a piece of dinosaur truth. All the dino knowledge that we've ever known comes from a footprint, a tooth, or a bone. Her bones will tell you if she stood up tall, if she had a big tail or no tail at all. Put the bones together and we'll see how they look. Pretty enough to get their picture took. Yeah, gotta find a footprint, a bone, or a tooth to grab yourself a piece of dinosaur truth. All the dino knowledge that we've ever known comes from a footprint, a tooth, or a bone. I like that one. You could make it into a song. We'll just do we'll do one more. I'm going to ask a stegosaur to dinner. He's got his little bowl here. I'm going to ask a stegosaur to dinner, although her manners aren't too polite. Although I know she'll slobber on her napkin and crush the chair she sits on every night. Although she won't make clever conversation, although she'll drop a glass or break a plate, the reason for my eager invitation is she happens to love something that I hate. It isn't that she loves Ms. Orloff's math class, and same as me, she doesn't like to dance. But here's where Stegosaur and I are different. She loves to eat green vegetables and plants. I know she'll hate the burgers Mom is cooking. She'll never eat Dad's gooey toasted cheese, but each night when my parents aren't looking, she'll scarf up all my broccoli and peas. That's enough for tonight. Maybe we'll do some more another day. Thank you.